One bad batch of concrete can ruin your day. Or worse, it ruins something you already built and walked away from thinking it was fine. Most guys aren't scared of the pour itself. They're scared of what they don't know yet. Because once it's in the ground, in the wall, in the slab, there's no redo. The major reasons this catches people out are: you don't get a second attempt. You won't find out for 28 days. You'll never know if it was the mix or the operator. You have no early warning system. The first reason a bad batch is so dangerous is that you don't get a second attempt. If you got the wrong delivery, the wrong schedule, or the wrong order, you can fix almost anything else on site, but you can't fix a bad cement batch. It's already load-bearing and part of the structure. That's not a delay you can recover from. That's a redo, which requires an awkward conversation with the client. Our mixers are built to give you a consistent batch on the first go, not something you're hoping turns out right. The second reason this costs you more than you think is a weak batch won't show up until day 28 or 6 months later. All contractors know that concrete doesn't fail on pour day. It fails when it's supposed to hit strength, probably weeks later. Sometimes it shows up as hairline cracks months down the track, once the crew's long gone and the site's moved on. By the time you notice, you've got almost nothing to go on. That's the gap you need to close. Batchcrete helps you to get consistent mixing action on every batch, so you're not waiting a month to find out if it was ever going to hold. The third reason a failed pour costs you more than concrete: was it the mixer, or was it whoever was running it? No one talks about the water that was added at the wrong point, or the batch that was mixed for too long, or not long enough. But when something goes wrong, there's no clean way to separate equipment failure from human error. You can't fix a problem you can't pin down. Quality mixers take that variable out. Consistent mixing action on every batch promises predictable cement mixes, regardless of how someone is handling the batch. The fourth reason you don't see a bad batch coming is that you have no early warning system. Most contractors assume their mix is fine because nothing's failed. But ask yourself, do you actually know your mix consistency batch to batch? Do you know your water-cement ratio is the same every time? Do you know if your last 10 pours would all pass the same strength test? If you're not tracking those, you're running on assumptions. And assumptions don't show up as a problem until they do, and by then it's already poured. That's why we build for consistency from the first batch to the last, not hoping, but knowing that it will hold. A bad batch doesn't feel urgent while you're pouring it. That's the problem. It doesn't slow the job down. It doesn't look wrong. It just sits there, curing, waiting to become someone's very expensive discovery. The contractors who don't lose sleep over this are the ones who never left it to chance in the first place. If you want a mixer that gives you the same result every time, talk to the Batchcrete team.